Hola folks, it's Andrew from MAO Magic, and this isn't a too in-depth video, but I wanted to give you a look at the Coin 2.0. And I know many of you are saying, and will probably comment, that what the heck, I just got my first generation coin, or better yet, I haven't got my first generation coin. Good news is all coin shipping from here on out will be that second gen coin, as well as anyone who already got theirs will be upgraded to the Coin 2.0 for absolutely free. So many of you who got them in the first batch are looking around Q1 2016 to start receiving them so they can start filling everyone else who has still been waiting. If you're wondering what the heck is different in Coin 2.0 and why you should even care, there are a few important things to note. First off, they're going to look pretty much the same, so you don't have to worry about that part changing. It is slightly thinner than the previous coin. It is also mobile payment ready, which means it can support contactless payment. You're going to notice that PayPass little logo here that you may see on registers quite often, and that just means this can use those EMV contactless payments. Unfortunately, that will not work with all cards yet, but it does work on several, including like the Chase Freedom and a few of the popular cards out there. As I mentioned, it is slightly thinner, like 8% thinner. So when you're looking at like, a millimeter to 8%, it's really not big of a difference. You can pretty much not tell, but it is ever so slightly thinner. It also has an upgraded swipe mechanism, so it should work better, especially those dip style readers, such as at gas stations. The screen itself has been updated. It now actually is a lot faster, almost twice as fast as the original one, so it connects to your phone quicker and can cycle through your cards a lot faster. So if you're me and you accidentally, you turn it on and you skip past the card that you want, you're just like, you got to go all the way through again. This is a lot more palatable because it does not take as long because that screen is so much quicker to refresh. You also obviously see here, you can put different shorthand for all your different cards, so you don't have to have just the default. You can name any card aside from just gift cards. When you get one, you'll notice you have a little pamphlet inside that kind of goes through the different features about it, such as the NFC wireless payments, which, as you can tell, there's no chip on them like many others, but it is just built in on the inside and can support that for many cards right out of the gate right now, and it'll support more in the future. It has better Bluetooth connectivity, which can better and more accurately let you know if you've left your card behind, as well as lock it down if that happens, as well as connect to your card quicker. That'll also show you the last place that you had your card. And the new card is future-proof, or so they say, and by that they just mean it can receive firmware updates over the air. I didn't really know this was a 2.0 thing, but they are hyping it up here in their little manual. And lastly, they go over a few of the features, such as a little bit thinner, better swiping compatibilities, and that faster screen. If we take a look at the Coin app, there's going to be not too many differences from what it was before, but this is a software update that everyone's going to be getting. And one of the things that everyone is going to get, including those first-gen Coin users, is the ability to change those nicknames. So you can here see my Chase Freedom card now has free as like a little shorthand, as well as that little PayPass symbol or NFC contactless payments. So those will let you know which cards are available for that, and when you cycle through to that card on the screen of your coin, it'll show up there as well. Unfortunately, many places that are going to have that contactless payment are probably going to take Android Pay or Apple Pay, which in case you wouldn't need this at all. If we do compare this to one of the competitors out there in market already shipping, would be the Stratos card. And the big problem still here is Coin didn't fix their biggest glaring issue is that they don't have that track 1 data. So this doesn't work at still several of those retailers that the Stratos will work at. So this still has, while it has larger compatibility than the first gen, it still doesn't have quite the compatibility as the Stratos card. If we look at the pros and cons of the second gen, it has that better swipe rate, which is always appreciated. It's slightly thinner for those that care. It is faster, especially with that screen, and it finally has those EMV contactless payments, which is great. On the flip side of that, if we go ahead and take a look at the cons, it still doesn't have that track 1 data, which is going to include some pieces of information that older readers may still need. Not all cards support EMV, so right now I only have my Chase Freedom, but my Amex doesn't work. And it still does not have chip and pin, let alone chip and signature, which is really what we're supporting here in the US. So some places such as Target and Walmart, you're going to try to use your coin and it's going to be like, no, that should have a card in it. You have to use the dipper underneath. And if you don't have that card with you, you're kind of out of luck. I'm sure many of you are going to have an opinion out there on this Coin 2.0. If you have one, throw it up in the comments. Make sure you guys subscribe so I can keep this video coming. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.